Hi everyone, welcome. My name is Joyce Whitman. I'm an independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up. I'm glad you could join me tonight. I hope everyone's having a great night. Well, tonight, you know it's February, so it's the month of love. Well, we got to show our loved ones how much we love them with a card and some treat holders that I'm going to share with you tonight. So the first thing we're going to explain is what suite we're going to be using. So I'll get my catalog out, and it's in the front. These are our bundles, but this is the one that we are going to be using. Look at all the beautiful projects we're going to be using from the heart, from my heart suite. Beautiful. I love this set. Suite, I should say. We're going to be using this beautiful designer series paper, and I think I said beautiful about the last 3 times. But hi, Kate. I'm glad you could join us. Join me, I should say. Look at this. See how it shimmers? And we're going to be using these actually quite a bit in my projects. And it has that beautiful hearts on the back. And let's see what other ones we have here. And of course, hearts. And we have stripes if you want to use stripes. And more hearts, of course. And there's some pretty arrows going every which way. And then we have this little hearts and the stripes. And the colors on these are real red and flirty flamingo. Now this is one of my favorite. I have 2 favorite sheets. You can see the lights glaring off it. This is real shimmery. And then we have the more hearts on the back, a different pattern. And this one, I love these. Now, again, they are shimmery. Isn't that pretty? And what's the best part about these is there are stamps, punches. Whoop, 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 whoop. We have the punch pack. So you get a scalloped one. So you can see me. Here I am. Scalloped one and I call it the plain one on the side. These are wonderful. And the papers, some of the papers I just showed you, like these hearts here, and also the little shimmery, the last one I showed you, they match up with these. And I'm actually going to show you tonight how those work on some of our projects. And we also have the heartfelt stamp set. This is wonderful. It is photopolymer, so you can see where you stamped. As you can tell, I've been using them quite a bit. And then we have, oops, I put the doilies in backwards, so you can't see the colors. But we have these heart doilies in the flirty flamingo in real red, which again is really pretty. And I'm using these, I think, in 2 of my projects today. And this red ribbon, now I've been using this on lots of things. Hi, Carol, thank you for joining. I hope you're having fun in Florida. We miss you. This is just beautiful. It's satiny, it's perfect size. Like I said, I've been using this a lot on other projects too. And then we have these faceted gems. Now I haven't really played with these yet. Hi, Debbie. Thank you for watching. Michigan, woohoo. But they're beautiful. They are shiny. These would be good for a shaker card, actually. I think that would be cool. I should try that. And then this one is another one of my favorites. Look at these little heart tins. Now, you can bake in these. What I did for my, customer appreciation event, I made these. And I put brownie mix in them. And you want to fill them about half full. And now I had to bake them the same amount of time that I would do it if I was doing a big pan. But they're perfect. And they wash out perfect. So you can reuse them again. And then they have this cute lid that goes on them. So I put frosting on top of my brownies. And so it was a little bit higher. But it was okay because it had this dome on it. So it's probably about that tall when you're done. And you can put lots of different things in there. And that's one of our projects I'm going to show you is how to decorate that. So since I have so many fun projects, let's get started. Okay, let me move my stuff out of the way. So we're going to be using that today. So we need to keep that. Okay, the first project we're going to do, let's do this one first. Okay, these are 2 boxes that I made. Now the first one I made was this one. And I loved it. And I thought, this is great. And I saw this online, but she had dividers in it. And I thought, well, okay, I could use the dividers. That would be great. Oh my God, I don't know what I was doing. And the measurements were all wrong that I found online. And I'm like, forget it. So what I did was I went ahead and I just put a bow on the end. And you can slide it off like this. and you open it up, and it has the Lindt truffles, and I don't remember, these are, nope, that's those squares. These are the white milk chocolate truffles. Delicious. But you can fit 4 of those in there. And you can also fit the Ghirardelli. These are creme brulee. You can fit these. You can fit 2 of them next to each other like this if you want. So you can fit those in there too. So that was, like I said, that was the first one I made. And then I thought, well, let's use some other paper too. Well, I thought I was cutting for the paper for the class, you know, for me to teach you today. And I started making the box. And I went, oh, I was supposed to cut this and just keep it out. I could make the box. So that's okay. I got 2 boxes. We'll make it another one. So there. And then I went ahead and I used the Happy Valentine's Day stamp. I did it in real red. And then I put, this is one of the hearts that I punched out. And I have it. I have, no, because we're doing this one. That heart is from the paper that I showed you the first tape, and I cut this out with the heart scallop punch. So you can get lots of projects out of that sheet. So that's, but we're going to make this one right here today. This one here, I'll put this up here so you can see it. This one is for friends, so lucky to have you as a friend. And again, I put in here the truffles, because she likes truffles. So I put those in there. Whoops, put this back on here. Okay, now it slid on real easy for me, of course. But when you're doing it on camera, it's going to be a little bit stubborn. Come on, slide over. There we go. So, and I just put that bow on the top there. I put it up a little bit higher so that I could fit my sentiment on there. So let's go ahead and start up with this. I got my little cheat sheet. Tell me what sizes everything is so I can tell you the right sizes. Okay, so for this one, we're going to use 7 inches by 7 inch. And because I'm doing it as a box, I'm using the Whisper White Thick because it's a little bit heavier. I haven't made a whole lot of projects with the white paper, the 3D projects, but I really didn't care for, on this one, the red box. It was too much red, and I didn't care for the Flirty Flamingo with it. So I thought, well, let's try white. I haven't done white before, so that's what we're doing. So this is 7 by 7, and I'm going to show you what we're going to score it at. And I will have all these measurements up on my blog tomorrow for you. And then I have, this piece is going to be 1 3/4 by 4 3/4. Then you're going to have a 3/4 by 4 3/4. And then you're going to have 2 that are 3/4 by 1 3/4. So that's all we need for that. So let's go ahead. I'm going to move these off because I'm going to need to bring in my scoreboard. Okay, so let me move this. Make sure you get this in here. Okay, so this is 7 by 7. So on one side, we're going to score it now, but this is cardstock, so you can use your small end. So we'll do it at 1, 3, 4, whoops, I skipped a line, whoops, 4, and 6. And then we're going to turn it, and we're going to score it at 1 and 6. Oh my goodness, what am I doing? I skipped on that one too. Okay, we're going to have to make sure that's on the bottom. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and do some trimming here. Now, I'm just going to take this off and leave this off so I can show you. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut, this is going to be right here. It's going to be this. So on this side, we're going to cut, let me make sure I do this right. No. Okay. Yes, we're going to cut this way. I had to think there for a second. And then we're going to cut here. And then we're going to come to the side and we're going to cut here. And then I'm going to do a little, just a little V because it's going to make it easier. to fold them in for them to line up. So what I'm doing is I'm creating my tabs now for the box. And for me, it's easier most of the time to cut before I burnish this, or what do I want to say, the lines, the score lines. But there's one that we're going to do tonight. I have to burnish first because it's really hard to see the score lines with the pattern. So I'm just going ahead again and doing the tabs here. Okay. I am on some new medication for my high blood pressure, and sometimes it makes me shaky, and it's doing that right now, of course, in the middle of this. Okay, so let's get rid of our garbage. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we are going to adhere our pieces. I again, do it before we burnish because I want it flat. So we'll go ahead and put those on. And I was watching another video of somebody, and she kept calling this matting. She was going to mat her box, and I had never called that. You know, we always say decorator to put our designer series paper on, but she was calling it matting. And I'm not sure where she was from, but I just thought that was so cute the way she was saying that. Okay, so this is going to be the front of our box. So we're going to go ahead. This is the top. This is our front. And then these are going to be our sides. So we're going to go ahead. Oh, I was supposed to make that the front, wasn't I, because of my boo-boos? Well, too late now, huh? We'll just make it work. Okay. This one here. You want to make sure your hearts are going the right direction. Oh, this covers up some of it, doesn't it? Okay. There we go. So now let's go ahead and use our bone folder. And burnish our lines. When you're doing 3D projects, you want to make sure that you have a crisp line for your edges, because they will, number one, go together a lot easier, and they will look a lot nicer with a crisp crease. Still having issues with my S's, so if I sound a little bit different, I'm working on them. Okay. This one. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and add our adhesives. Now you can use tear and tape. You want to get them on all of these. Or lately, I've been using liquid glue a lot lately. I'm not quite sure what got me going on that, but I'm going to use the liquid glue tonight. I had told you guys last time that I was working on things for Emily's bridal shower. Well, I sent the invitations out on Saturday. So once everyone gets theirs, which should be this week, then I will do a blog post with them on there so you guys can see how they turned out. I have to say I really, really like them. I thought they turned out really nice. And she loved them, so that was the main thing. That she loves them, I'm happy. It's so funny, she's getting married in Texas. We live in Ohio, and this shower is in Michigan. That's where my family's from, so it's been a little interesting trying to coordinate everything. But fun all at the same time. Best part is I get to see my mom. Yay! Okay, so all I'm doing is bringing in my tabs, and putting some glue on them, and bringing them in, and I'm making the box. Now this is going to be the bottom of the box. I'm just holding it here. Okay, I am so excited. I keep calling you Kay because it comes up Kay's cards. So I keep calling you Kay. I apologize if that's not your first name. But when I say Kay, that's you. It is exciting. It is very exciting. And my dress came in. So with me being so short, I'm going to have to take off like 20 inches. Not really, but it seems like that. Okay, so what I'm doing is just folding it over like this and making sure everything fits. So one thing we want to do is, see this little, that just makes it, I don't know if you can tell. There we go. See, I cut out a little bit right here. So what I did, because it makes it easier to open up the box, I took my 1-inch punch and I purposely did it after I put it together. And then you'll see the reason why. Because I'm going to push it up all the way that it'll go. And it's the perfect size that I need. I don't really need a big one. And right now I'm just centering it. Punch it and it goes flying. There, see, I told you it goes flying. And there you have it right there. How cute is that? So then I made this because we're doing a lot of projects today. I went ahead and did some things ahead of time so you didn't have to sit here and watch me. But I did this one. It is off the set, the Heartfelt. So lucky to have a friend like you. And I did that in real red. And I punched that out with, I believe, this is the 1.5 inch, no, 1 1/4 inch punch. And then this is the 1.5. Now the 1 1/4 inch punch is retired, but you can use the layering circles and get the same size there. But this one I had the punch, so I was using it. Now I'm going to go ahead, let me think here. What do we want to put in this one? Let's put Ghirardelli in here. Get those out. Let's fill this up before we close it up. Oh shoot, I forgot to silence my watch. Let me silence that. Sorry. And you know what? I bet my computer's not silenced either. No, there it is. Now it is. So you guys won't hear dings. Okay, so let's see how many we can get of these in here. Okay, there's, oh, we can. Oh, I bet we could put one more in there. Ooh, someone's going to love getting these, 6 of them. Oops, upside down. There we go. Yep, you can get 6 of them in there. You probably could get 8, but that's a lot. I just want to see if they'll fit. Let's see. I got 8 of them in there. Oh, it does fit with 8. Okay. But I'm not going to do 8. I'm going to do 6. So we're going to go ahead and close that up. Now I'm going to use my ribbon. Let's see. I made lots of ribbons for the invitations for their shower. So hopefully I remember how I did them to make them look pretty. Okay. Yep, I did this. I knew I was going to do this because I did it a different way. Okay. There. I went like that. Okay. Go ahead. Oh, no. I'll go like this. And I'll bring this around. I'm not the best bow maker, but I did find a way to, and I bet I didn't pull it. Oh, I did it. Okay, we need this one a little bit longer. Okay. I did figure out a way to make them look halfway decent, but it was totally different than I usually tie. So I went over left over right, and then I tucked it under, and I pulled this one up on the top straight. I remember Connie Stewart saying that you always want to go up and down, not across. And then I made the bow, the loop, I should say, with this one on the bottom, still holding on to this here to keep it down. And then I bring it around this way, and then I tuck it in. And it seemed to work, because usually what I have to do when I make the bows my normal way, I have to put them on upside down. Like I have to turn my project, because they always come out upside down. I don't know what I do, but they do. Okay, see, it looks pretty good. I'll take it. I will take this. Okay, that's this. Oh, you need a flip here. So you're flat. I need to flip you this way. There we go. Okay. Hey, I like that. Woohoo! Hi, Mindy. Thank you for joining me. Okay, so let's go ahead. I'm just going to tighten this up a little bit more. Okay, and then let's, oh, no, I need my ribbon scissors. I have a pair of scissors that are just ribbon scissors, and I don't do anything else with them. So I'm going to move this up a little bit. You know what? It's a little loose, but that's okay. And then I just did snail on here. I did not, let's move it up just a little. There you go. And you know what I just thought of that would look really cute on this? Let me see. Where are they? There they are. I am going to put a little red rhinestone on here. I don't know if this is going to work. This just came to my head. Let's see if it works. If it doesn't, we'll take it off. Okay, here we go. Take your pick tool is what I'm using. I'll pick one off. I thought maybe, okay, let's put this up a little bit more. Put it right there. Hope you're not going to see. It's not going to look right. Okay, never mind. It might on another project, so we'll leave those out. We might use those. But it doesn't look right on this project, so we won't use it. So there you go. Oh, my ribbon is really loose, isn't it? I'll have to retighten that. But the bowl looks pretty, so we'll just go with it for right now. Okay. Let me quick slip this back on. There we go. Okay, and there you go. All right, so that was project number 1. Where's my basket? Okay, there we go. Then, oh, I need to let that sit out. Okay, number 2. So on this project, I saw this little box made by Tracy Bradley, and I thought it was so cute. Look how cute that little box is. And I had one of my classes yesterday, my Stamp-A-Stack, and as you guys know, I always do a little thank you card for them, or a thank you gift, I should say, not a card. And so I saw this, and I thought this would be perfect for them. Look how cute that is. So I'll take this off, and look at, isn't it cute? Now, I tried to use her measurements on it, but I don't know what I was doing, but my top was too tight for my bottom of my box, so I ended up changing the sizes a little bit on my box. So that's here. Okay, what we're going to be using is, we're going to be using the Itty Bitty Greetings, because I wanted just something little, the For You, so we're going to use the For You right there. So we're going to use that on this set today. And you're going to need a piece of paper. The bottom is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And the top, and this is where the measurements get a little screwy, 3 13/16 and 5 1/16. And I'll show you on the cutter what where those are at. And then this is just a scrap piece of paper to do my sentiment. Now for our sentiment, we're going to be punching it out with a classic label punch, but I have a trick for you on how to get it that small. So one thing, let's go ahead, and I'm just going to stamp this so it's nice and dry when I need to punch it. So we'll just do that. Oh, there's one thing that I wanted to show you that I noticed today. I haven't used, sorry, I'm getting my stuff out of the way here. I have not used my Simply chamois in a while. I just been grabbing my wipes and just keep going. Well, when I opened my chamois today, it was like this, hard as a rock. And I'm thinking, okay. So I went into the bathroom and I thought, this is something good to show you. So this is how hard both of them were. I mean, like, it is hard. So what I did was I just took it and I ran it underwater. And I just slowly let it the water soak in, and look at it. It is perfectly soft again, ready to be used. So you don't worry about if they dry out. You can, you can still use them. I'm so used to the cling stamps that really stick. So these that come off easy, I keep forgetting. But it's good to go, ready to go. All you got to do is put it under water. Now, I did use lukewarm water on it. I did not use cold on it. I don't know if that would make a difference or not, but that is what I used on it. Okay, so on our first one, the bottom, let me show you these measurements first on the cutter or trimmer. So on this one, I'm going to bring it up so you, hopefully my lights don't, so you can see it. Okay, so this one on this side is going to be 3 13/16. So the way, let's see if you guys can see in here. Okay, so let me grab, hold on, where is this? Let me grab this tool, then I can point to it better than my nail. Okay, so get the lights out of it. Now you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so 13/16. So here is 3 3/4. You're literally going to go one little line over. So that is where I cut that. So that's 3 13/16. And one way to know that is 16/16. So you can go 15, 14, 13. That's where you need to cut it. Now this one is going to be 5 1/16. It's literally, here's the 5-inch. You're going to go to that first line right. And that gives you just enough of a little bit bigger that your lid is going to come on and off very easy. You're not going to have to struggle with it or any of that. So I went ahead and changed those measurements a little bit. But the bottom measurements are from Tracy. And thank you, Tracy, very much for sharing your project. I love it. So on our 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, we are going to score at 1 1/2 inch on all sides. Yes. Okay, so we're going to do 1 1/2. Turn it and do 1 1/2 again. And just keep going around like this. Okay. Then on the top piece, you're going to score it at 1 1/4. Whoops. Now this is DSP, so switch your stylus around and use this, and don't push real hard. You want to do it gentle, because if you push too hard, you're going to rip the paper. And that's another reason you want to use the bigger end of it, not the little one. So that's all the scoring that we're going to do on this one. Now this is the one, I didn't have to do it on the bottom, but on the top, I have to burnish it first because of the pattern. You can't see it. Okay, I like my bigger scissors for this project. So what you're going to do is you're going to just cut up here and cut up here. And then what you're going to do is you're going to cut this almost in half, because these are real long. And sometimes when you go to fold it, they won't fold nice. So if you just cut off half of that, it will make it so much easier to fold in. And you know what I didn't do on the other side? I'll do it on this side in a minute. You want to go in and you want to do again that little, just a little cut. But it's easier to do this after you cut it, that little piece off. Okay, my lights are really bright tonight, so I am not seeing the lines like I should be. There we go. Okay. Now we're going to cut half of this. Oops, make sure you guys can see it. Okay, I have to say, my favorite project tonight that I'm making is my card. I really like how it turned out. And guess who's going to get that? My hubby. Okay, so this is what it's going to look like when you are finished. Now, we're going to go ahead and we're going to cut the DSP2, or Designer Series paper. Sorry, I keep saying DSP. Okay, so what are we going to do? See, it's real hard for me to see. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and burnish so that way. Okay. Now, when I'm scoring like this, because it's the Designer Series paper and we didn't push real hard, I always make sure my sides are even before I start using the bone folder. So I'm going to line up my side here to make sure it's even. And then I'm going to push it down. So that way I know I'm going to get the straight line. So see how the lines then meet up here? They're perfectly. And the same thing here. And when you're folding your card base, this is really good for do the same way on your card base. If it might not be exactly scored at 4 1/4 or 5 1/2, this is a good way to get it to make sure it's scored perfectly, is line up your edges. And I will show you that when I go to make the card. Okay, now this is a lot easier to see with it that way. So again, I'm going to do the exact same thing. I'm going to come up here. Now this isn't as long because we want to see a part of the bottom. You don't want it to go all the way down. You want to be able to see that red for a little bit. And these also, I'm going to cut off a little bit and again, angle them. Okay, we'll do that to this one. Sometimes it's easier just to tuck those, the other pieces down, and then it's a little bit easier to cut. Do it here. There. Okay, perfect. So let's get rid of our trash. Yes, I am a person that has to clean up as I go. Okay, so now I'll go ahead and get this one burnished. And then we're going to get our tape on. Now, because it is a box, this one I used tear and tape, I believe. Or you can use the glue. I'm trying to think what I used on this one. I think I did use the tear and tape on this one. Not sure why, but we'll use it today. Just so you can see both what kinds of adhesive you can use. You don't want to use snail on this because it doesn't have a strong enough bond for a box, because you're going to be moving this, you know, opening and lifting it up. So you always want to use a strong adhesive on when you're using boxes. Now, like putting the designer series paper on this box, like that was perfectly fine to use the snail on. But we want our boxes to stay together. Okay, we'll do the same thing over here. Again, if you're new, the reason I am using this old gift card is because at the same time I'm pushing it down so that it's making it here, and I'm getting a straight edge. And then I get the right length too that I want. I don't have to worry about, oh, did I do it too long or too short? It's exactly where I want it cut. Okay, perfect. All right, so let's go ahead and make both of our boxes. And we're going to do it again just like the other boxes. Just fold in your tabs. Okay, so you're going to take it and bring it in like this and fold it. And you want to make sure your lines are matched up. Now, the lines are matched up, but I'm not putting them any further in than exactly where they're matching up, because we want to make sure we have, oops, hold in there. There we go. Oops, I had it out of the camera. Sorry. Just trying to line up the edges here. There we go. Like I said, I'm going just to the very edge because I want this a little bit bigger. Now, when you take this, when you're adhering them, both of them have the tape off. So I kind of hold this one back with my finger and put this one on so it doesn't stick where I don't want it yet. And don't push it hard until you get it exactly where you want it. Then you can, because if you just lightly tap it on or just lay it on like I did, whoops, I'm sorry, I'm out of the camera again. I could lift it up again. So see, there's your top of your box. So let's do our bottom now. And we're going to make this one the exact same way again. But this time, I am going to bring it all the way in as far as I can because I want to make sure my lid is going to fit. My goodness, my husband is making dinner upstairs. Let me tell you, it smells delicious. I'm not sure what he's making. I am not the cook in our family. I used to cook all the time, but I think with all the hours of daycare, years I've done daycare, I'm tired of cooking. And he enjoys it, so I'm like, go for it. Now baking, I can do that all day long. Love to bake. Okay, I'm gonna line this up at the end, and there you go. So there's our bottom, here's our top. Voila, that's perfect, and it's easy to take on and off. That's what I wanted. I wanted to make sure it was easy to take on and off. Okay, so let's see, what should we put in here? Let's put in, where are they? Let's put in some of these. These are the Dove Dark Chocolate. And I was working, oh, I want those to look nice. I was working on the shower goodie bag, goodie bags, treats that I'm going to make for everyone. And this is perfect because it's hearts, and one of the wedding colors is pink. So I bought a bunch of these, the pink ones. Oh, there we go. Come on, slide on. There we go. Yeah, perfect. You can get 6 of these in there. So we're going to go ahead and do our ribbon again. And hopefully I can do it tighter this time. Okay. So I'm going to wrap it around. Oops. Oh, I want to show you guys another trick. I'm into tricks today. So if you have a bow maker like this and you're working with ribbon a lot, stick it on here. And then it will just roll when you need it. And it won't fall off your table or anything. When I was doing another project, it actually wasn't for the wedding. Surprise, surprise. But I accidentally, it fell on there. And I thought, oh, this is perfect. So that's what I do when I'm using it a lot. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and put this one up. Whoops, it is twisted. Let's do this again. Okay, we want it flat. There we go. Whoops, wrong direction. We'll get her right yet. Okay, now we got it. Okay. So I'm going to go left over right, but I'm going over this way. I'm going to tuck it in because I want this end piece to be straight, to be at the one at the top. Now what's nice is too, by leaving it on the ribbon like this on the boat when you're tying ribbons, you will actually save ribbon when you do it this way because you don't waste as much when you trim it off. There we go. But this end is really too long. Oops. There. Can I flip on you? There we go. That's definitely too big. I want a little bow on this. There. And you can just play with it the way you want, to get the size you want. There we go. I'm like, whoops, I need to pull out. I keep going too far down. I apologize. I don't know why I keep doing this tonight. Okay, quit playing with it, Joyce. Okay, let's get the ribbon scissors out. Whoops, wrong pair. Oh, I don't want to cut the bow, the loop part. Okay, and then here, give it a little cut. And there you go. So now let's go ahead, take that off. And let's make, here's the little for you that I had stamped. And here's a classic label punch. Well, if you go like this, that's way too big. We don't want that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually put it way over here where I want it, the side. And you can put it wherever you want. I did a little one on this one. I just did a little one right there. So both supposed to go down like that. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to punch it. Now, here's my trick for you. You're going to take it and you're going to push it, put it in again, and then you're going to do the other side, but you want to hold on to this and you do it how you want it. But I just came up with an idea, so I'm going to go a little bit longer on this one than I did on that one, because we're going to add I did it again. I did that because I keep, oh goodness, I keep letting go of it and it moves. And I did that when I was making these for the for my class. So let's do it again. And I'll show you what not to do, like what I just did. Okay. And I just made a mess. Okay, let's try this again. I'm just going to stamp it. There we go. Shimmy. Or shimmy, I mean. Okay. Okay, let's try this again. So take our classic label punch, and we're going to line it up. And it didn't matter if I cut it, whoa, wrong scissors. Those are wooden scissors. Didn't matter that it, see, I stamped, it's not perfectly straight. It doesn't matter because you can line it up when you put in here, line it up perfectly straight. Okay, so I'm going to punch it again. Okay. Now I always punch with my right thumb. So I let go of it and I punch with my right thumb and this moves. So what I need to do is to just push with my left thumb. Okay, so I'm going to hold it and I'm going to keep it there and not move. There, now it punched out correctly. I don't know how many times I did that the other day, and I was like, ow, stop. Okay, so what I did was I just used a glue dot for this. And I go ahead and we're going to put it right there. And I'm going to stick it right here. And then let's take our rhinestones that we got out that we were going to try on our other one and it didn't work. Let's put it, I bet it would look really cute right there. Yay! It does. You know what? I wonder if I can put one on this one too. Let's see. Oh, I can. There we go. We got one on each one. Okay, cute, cute, cute. I like that. Okay. So let's put that over here, out of our way, so we can get on with our next project. Now this one is a real easy project for to do. This we're going to be using our little heart pan, and this is what I'm going to show you how to do. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you guys liked them. Hi, Carol. Thanks for joining. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you, just getting all my supplies together here, I'm going to show you how to use our punches. Now, what I'm going to start off with, I just usually just put it on here like that so I can see what I was doing. But I'm going to use the red doily because I had one, and so of course I got to do another one in red. But you could switch this around. Here's one that I had made that has pink flamingo. So you could do that too. But I had a bunch of these hearts already cut out. So I'm going to go ahead and use the red again. And this one came out from here. And what you're going to do is you take your scallop and you line it up here and you punch it out. Oops, I don't know if you can see that flat. I'm trying, let's see, do it here. So you would line that up and then punch it out. So I went ahead and did those because I had a bunch of them punched out already for that. So what you're going to do is, let me get some of these things out of here that we're not using this time. Okay, so here are those, and now we want this little heart. So what we're going to do is we're going to come in, take your paper, and you're going to line it up, and you just line it up so that you have the same amount of white all the way around your edges and punch. Now I need one for my next project too, so I'm going to go ahead and do it again. But oh goodness, this is hitting. So sometimes you have to trim the paper off. Now I was looking through all my retired paper punches and everything. I was hoping to find one of our punches for the small heart, but none of our punches are that size, which I was bummed because I like those little hearts. You could hand cut it if you wanted, fussy cut it. Okay, so line it up. And we're going to keep that for our next project. So this makes decorating things so easy when you have the two different kind of papers, two punches. There you go. Now, like I said, I made these for my customer appreciation event, and these were so easy to make. I mean, literally This is already made in a heart. Punch, punch, slap it together. You're good to go. So what I did was I used snail on this part. And my ladies loved them. And when you put this on top of it, it's going to cover up the white hearts that's on there, which is perfectly, there we go. So we're going to cover those up. Okay. And then I use dimensionals. Did I get those out yet? Nope. I use dimensionals on this one to pop it up. And I believe I used, let me lift this up. Nope, I used tape. I couldn't remember if I popped it up or used tape. Now you are going to see when they lift the lid, if they look under it, they're going to see the tape that you use to put on the top. And you just line it up here. There you go. Tape. And voila, it fits perfect in there. And you have a treat. Now this one, I'm going to fill, I'm not sure how many I put in there. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. That looks good. Okay, so I put 8. Now this one I'm putting the red in. Oops. I know I'm OCD about things like that. I'll fix them later. But there you go. Put the lid on. And then this one has the pink ones. And these are the ones that I was using for Emily's party favors. So there you go. Look at that. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Who doesn't like quick things like that? These would be really good, like if you needed to make something for an event or for your kids' classroom. That would be cute for the teachers. I don't know if I'd give students that much candy. I think the parents might not like that, but who knows? Okay, so my next project, that's all of our treat ones. The next one is going to be my card, which I love. So, okay, let me show you. Look how cute. I don't know why I love this card so much, but I do. But you open it up, and voila, there you go. I just love it. Again, I use the same heart. I had a bunch of these done, so I put it on the card. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. But I just love, I don't know. I love this card. I know, I'm a little weird, but that's okay. That's why you love me. Okay, so let me get out my supplies again. Oh, you don't need to see my cheat sheet. Okay, so this time I wanted to use, I wanted it to say Happy Valentine's Day. And in this set, the heartfelt, we don't have the Happy Valentine's Day saying in it, but we do in our meant to be, and this is in our annual catalog. So I'm using that stamp right there. And I wanted to also show you that we have frame or dies that go with it. It's called Be Mine Stitch. And these coordinate with this stamp set, the meant to be. So that also you can get that. And I just noticed this, it has like a rose on it. Pretty. Okay, so you can use that for that. And then also I wanted to show you, I couldn't figure out on this one, this is embossed. I don't know if you can see it, but I embossed this sheet right here. I did it in the Scripty embossing, with the Scripty embossing folder, and I loved it. But then I also did it in the subtle one. And I was like, I don't know which one I want to use. I like them both. So I used the Scripty on this one. We're going to use the subtle one on this one. And you know what I noticed when I was doing this? I was sitting here playing with them. And I thought, you know what? I need to make a sample of this. Just take a small piece of paper like this. This is 2.5 by 4. And do this with all my embossing folders. And just have this folder so that I can sit there and go, yes, I like that. No, I don't like that. Instead of using a whole sheet and not knowing, so much easier. So that's going to be one of my projects to do. So, okay, let's get started on making this. We're going to use, this is 4.25 by 11, and I scored it at 5.5. This is 4.25 by 5, no, 4 inches by 4.25. This piece is 2.5 by 4, and this is 2.5 by 4. But guess what? We're missing this piece right here. Well, I'm going to show you what you can do with that. Let me get this stuff out of the way because I need to bring my trimmer back in. Let's see here. Move some of my stuff out of my way here. Let me get my trimmer in, and I'm going to show you what we are going to do and how we're going to do that. Too much stuff. Stay, please. Okay, let me grab my trimmer. Oh, you know what? No, we're not going to use this big trimmer. You know what we're going to use? I am going to use our new mini trimmer. Now, isn't this just so adorable? I love it. Look at how cute that is. Just cute as a button, and I just leave it on my thing, my shelf, whether I used it or not on my craft table, because it is stinking cute. But you can get this if you join during celebration. You can get this, and you get a sample packet. It's not all of our designer series paper, but there's a little bit from each of them that are beautiful. They're 6 by 6. So you would get that, and you get a stamp set of your choice. I had 2 lovely ladies join last night from my class, and they just went through and looked at which ones they wanted, and I said, pick out the most expensive one for your free stamp set, and that's what they did. So, and you also get $125 of your choice of products, and you'll get this and the paper and another stamp set for $99. Yes, that's the way to go. So if anyone's interested, just let me know, and I'd love to have you become one of my joyful butterflies. Hi, Pat. Thank you for joining. Hi, Pam. Thank you. Oh, thank you for sharing. Yes, if you guys could share this, I would really, really appreciate that. So I'm going to use our little trimmer so you can see how it works. Now, like I said, this is 4 1/4 by 11, and I scored it at 5 1/2. But we want to cut off 2 3/4 of this. So I'm going to lift this up, stick it in, and I'm going to go 2 3/4 right there. So I don't need to bring my big trimmer out for this at all. Use my little trimmer, and I'm done. How cute! Oh my gosh, that is so stinking cute. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to fold this here. We're going to burnish. Now, like, remember what I was talking about? When you fold it, if this piece was still on here, you would make sure your edges here were even before you scored it. So what I'm going to do is make sure my sides are even. Then I'm going to burnish it. And then I know it's straight. So now I use the subtle on this one. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm trying to figure out which side. They both are cool. This one's a little softer, so we'll put that one on the back. So we're going to go ahead, and I'm just using snail to attach this one. And this again is 2 1/2 by 4. There we go with that one. So then we're going to bring all my pieces back in here. Then this is 2 1/2 by 4, and we're going to go ahead and attach that on here. Now I like to lay it flat. It's easier for me to put it on here. Now remember my little trick, get the 3 sides the same, have the same amount of your floaty flamingo showing. Put your fingers here, drop it, and it's going to be totally lined up just the way you need it. Now, I'm going to go ahead and I am going to, let me think what direction I want to do this. Okay. Let's put this on first. Okay, so again, I'm doing so you can see, I am doing, this part here is my red doily. I'm going to use pink again, and the pretty heart that has both colors in. And so I'm going to go ahead and assemble this the same way I did the last one. So then just go here. Okay, and then we're going to put dimensionals on this one. And we're going to pop this on here. And that's what I was going to look. Yep, I did. And then on this card, I popped this too. Now, I'm not mailing this out. I'm giving this to Mr. Wonderful. And so I'm not going to pop it. I'm going to pop it out. If I was mailing this, I probably would not pop. One of the layers I would not pop, or I'm doing both of them, because it could be too thick to go through. They may tell you you need extra postage. Some post offices around us that they're like, nope, you extra postage. Other ones, just let it go through. So it all depends on your post office. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to attach this in the middle. Make sure, press. Okay, now people are going to be opening and closing this a lot. So what I do for this one, I am going to use tear and tape, because they're going to be lifting it this way most of the time. So they'll grab here to open it, and you want to make sure that's secure. So we'll use tear and tape, but what you want to do, so this is about where we're going to want it. So you're going to want to go, make sure, like right there's my heart. You want to make sure you're on that side of the heart. So I'm going to flip it over, and I know I need to be on this side. So I'm going to go ahead and put one here. And oh, here's my card. And I'm going to put another one just a little bit up. I know it's not going to be as close, and that is just fine. Okay, take that off. And grab this. Okay. Again, you want to make sure your three sides are the same. Okay. Perfect. Make sure your tape isn't showing here. It's not, so we're good to go. Okay, so on the inside of this one, I am going to use the Flirty Flamingo ink this time. And we're going to do Happy Valentine's Day. This is again from the Meant to Be stamp set. I'll put that right in the middle. There we go. And then this heart is from the Heartfelt. It's this heart right here. It is so pretty. So I decided I was going to put that in the corner right here. And I'm also going to put it on my envelope. Oops, let me move this up. Right here. And there you go. So I'll go ahead and quick clean these so it doesn't, you want to clean your stamps and close your ink pads as soon as you're finished with them so that you do not get things on your projects. Just ask me how I know that, because I've done it many times. So we're all done with that. So let's move these out of the way. We don't get those in our stuff. And we can go ahead and adhere this. Put it on here. Oops. There you go. And there is the card. So this is with the subtle. I don't know if you can see the embossing on that. And this is with the scripty. Probably you'll be able to easier tell. Take my pictures tonight and I get it on my blog tomorrow. You might be able to see that easier. So we made the we made the card with the matching envelope. And then we have this, well, we did this one. And we did this one. And this one. Oops, let's move that up a little bit. There we go. There are our projects for tonight. I hope you enjoyed these. If you, oh, I love this paper too, Pam. It is beautiful. If you guys could be so wonderful and share this for me, I would really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed your crafting with me tonight. And you guys have a great day, evening, or day wherever you're at. Reminder that I am going every other week now. So I will be on next week, not next week, the following week, I will be back with a project to share with you. You guys have a great evening. Love you. Mwah. Bye-bye. And there you go.